Greetings, welcome back, and today we'll be talking about the 2005 release of Jennifer Lopez's Rebirth. Now, as everybody knows, Jennifer Lopez will be doing the Super Bowl halftime show along with Shakira, and I personally feel that the most excited about this, and I think it's going to be the best show since Madonna's in 2012. The Super Bowl has had some high points since then, like Beyonce, I think she's great, but also some rather low points with Justin Timberlake and Katy Perry. They're just not as great live as Madonna, or historically, we have Diana Ross, we have Michael Jackson, and then now we're going to have Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez has always been known for her amazing shows and choreography, and I think she's rather underrated in terms of her artistry, and I can see why at times, because she has a lot of songs that kind of harp on the mainstream. She had the songs with rappers with I'm Real, and then later with Pitbull. She has a string of songs with Pitbull that all became, rather large hits. So I kind of understand why it's harder to take Jennifer Lopez seriously as an artist. I've always respected her since the beginning. I really liked her first album, On the Six. J-Lo is really when I really loved her second album. And her third album, This Is Me Then, is to me one of the best albums of all time. I think it's beautiful. Unfortunately, the vinyl for This Is Me Then is typically $100 on eBay. So once I get my hands on it, we'll definitely do a review of it. But I do have Rebirth on vinyl, which was the follow-up to This Is Me Then. And it's actually one of my favorite Jennifer Lopez albums, and I do love the cover. I have it on a shirt. It's kind of hard to do on a shirt because she has like this white light effect, but I definitely love the image, and it came out at a time when, I was really into Jennifer Lopez mode, and I continue to be that. Unfortunately, she hasn't had an album since 2014's AKA, which I feel was one of her weakest, if not the weakest album she's ever put out. Songs like I Love Ya Poppy and Booty really make you understand why her integrity is questioned. Because to me, they're weaker songs, and they're definitely gimmicky, and ones that were made for the mainstream and just for a hit. No artistic integrity, really. I'd like to see her come back with like an album where she writes all the songs just like This Is Me Then, or where she's like super in love, because when she was with Ben, she made some really romantic music. And even though I would say Rebirth is a good follow-up to This Is Me Then, there's definitely a tonal change. And This Is Me Then, she was, with Ben Affleck, and then this one she was with Mark Anthony. I kind of wonder, did she love Ben more? Because there definitely isn't that romantic touch or lush touch to this album as with This Is Me Then. And I'm going to talk about This Is Me Then a lot because I don't have the vinyl, and I wish I did. Either way, I'm looking forward to seeing her, on the Super Bowl, and, comments also. It's today, so comments on what you thought of it and what you think about Jennifer Lopez overall. But, this was at a time in her career where she was, basically one of the biggest stars in the world. And she had come back from the whole Bennifer thing where, Geely had flopped, extremely flopped. Although it's not the worst movie, I would say. I've seen it. It's bad, but it's not the worst. It's not Pitch Perfect. It's not, it's not Battlefield Earth. It's up there, but it's not laughably bad. There's just some parts that are bland, or boring, stupid, but it's not the worst movie. I'm not a big fan of Selena, the movie. I love Selena, but I don't think there was much of a story there other than someone's rise to fame. And Selena's such a likable person, and she's so great and charismatic and talented and beautiful. There's no, like, it's kind of like she was meant to be that. So the plot doesn't really capture my attention because there's not much of a struggle there. It's more of a, okay, this is inevitable. Selena's going to be a legend. That's it. And I think Jennifer Lopez did an amazing job at emulating her. And a lot of people say that if she hadn't done Selena, she wouldn't be where she is today. That's incorrect. She got paid $1 million for Selena. You don't get paid $1 million for any movie if you're not a name already. I'm sorry. She got paid $1 million. And I think she did a brilliant job. I think she should deserve at least an Oscar nomination or such. I'm also a fan of movies like The Cell and The Boy Next Door. I do like some of her romantic comedies like Monster-in-Law and The Backup Plan. I liked her less, like Border Town's good, Enough. I like a lot of Jennifer Lopez movies, but I'm more of a fan of her music. In fact, I would say she's in my top 10 of all time. But having said that, she doesn't have a lot of albums in the past decade, and it's a wonder to me why she has singles and she has videos and she has hits, but she doesn't have albums, and I'm wondering why. But either way, let's talk a little bit about the album Rebirth. Now, this was kind of like a rebirth of her public image after the whole Bennifer fiasco with the flop of Geely and just the oversaturation of them in the media. They were everywhere, and people were tired of it. But she was extremely famous. So she came back with an album that was partially influenced, I would say, by Beyonce and Amerie. It's a little bit more go-go Washington, D.C. based. Definitely she worked with Rich Harrison, who had done some songs with Beyonce and Amerie. And legend has it that J-Lo wanted the song One Thing that Amerie wrote and produced with Rich Harrison, and she tried to get it or something, or she asked for it, but Amerie leaked the song to radio. It became a hit. I think Amerie's voice is more suited for that song, and J-Lo's better for Get Right. So when this album came out, she came out with Get Right, which was a little bit of change in her sound. She's always done it was kind of like a Latin fusion R&B kind of sound, kind of like Gloria Estefan meets Janet Jackson. But with this album, I think she kind of stepped it up a bit from the previous material. She had already changed her sound a little bit with This Is Me Then, but this took it in a little bit of a new direction, more funk inspired. There's some funky tracks, there's some more power ballads, and just different type of songs than she was accustomed to. And I was a big fan of it at the time when it came out, and although it was a letdown of This Is Me Then, I'll say that right now, it's definitely one of her strongest albums. So let's get into the music. The first song is Get Right, which was the first single. Now, Get Right, I can understand if you hate it. It has a very repetitive saxophone sample that is used through most of the song, but I think it's quite a good song. She really pushes her vocals in terms of the notes that she can hit. And at times it's a bit off key, but I think it's a really good song. It's a very charming song. And what I love most about Get Right is the bridge. So after the second chorus, they have the third chorus, basically, which is it changes. And it's just so melodic, it's so beautiful, and it's so perfectly done. And there's a part where she goes, I'll give you life. And there's like the instrumentation, the production, everything is perfect about that. The song was later remixed and released as a single video, and it was done with Fabulous, and it's a little bit more hip-hop-ish, a little less no saxophone. I kind of like the saxophone one better. It's annoying at first, but once you get used to it, it's really catchy, and just they use it really well. It's like the sample, I just think was really. The song originally was recorded by Usher for his Confessions album, but was not released by him officially as I guess they didn't want to put it on. I've heard it. I think Jennifer Lopez is much better. I'm not a big fan of Usher or his songs. But for the song itself, I think she did a better job with it and kind of put that touch that just made it a little bit more successful of a song. It was a hit song. It was, I think it was one of her last hits of the decade. Because after that, she had Brave, which was not a hit album. And then kind of floundered around a little bit before On the Floor. So, On the Floor. So yeah, this was kind of, Get Right was kind of like her last major hit. But it's a good hit of the 2000s, 2005. She had a span of like 5 years where not much was happening in her music career successfully. And I just think Get Right's a great song. I wish more songs of her, more songs of hers were like it on the album. It's a really great song, and I wish she would have done more songs with Rich Harrison, because he's a great producer. Next song is Step Into My World. That's a Middle Eastern type vibe song. Really catchy, kind of just reminds you of like a exotic, like belly dancing type song. It's really good, really catchy, really good vibe. And then she would later do this second song type Middle Eastern with Brave, where she had the song Forever. So she tended to like it. It's a good song, really sexy, nice. Definitely want to check out one of her stronger songs on the album. Next song is Hold You Down with Fat Joe. Probably the weakest song on the album. It's a repeat of I'm Real. It's a repeat of I'm Gonna Be Alright. It's a repeat of Ain't It Funny, the remix. It's a repeat of Jennifer. It's been done to death, and I understand why they did it, but it's been done to death. That whole rapper and singer doing a duet, it was beyond dead. But it became a minor hit. Just not a fan of it. I didn't like All I Have either from This Is Me Then, because I was already tired of that formula. And here they do it again, and you can kind of tell, like, she was kind of done. She was done with the whole formula, because I don't think she ever did that kind of formula again. Next song is Whatever You Want to Do. Now, this is the next Rich Harrison produced song. Much more funky, James Brown bass sample, really in-your-face production, loud, abrasive, but good. It makes you feel the song. It makes you enjoy. It makes you happy. Has a really good bridge, and it's definitely one of the best songs on the album. Definitely check it out. It was not a single, but I kind of feel it should have been a single. And again, I wish she would have done more songs with Rich Harrison, because I feel that they're very successful, and there's only 2, and that's it. That's it. So definitely want to check out. I really think it's great. I don't like the intro is kind of annoying, where she's talking and she's like, she has this really like annoying voice sometimes. Like when I want something fun. Like it's a little too much. It's a little too much swag, and I don't think Jennifer Lopez has swag. I think she's rather humble, and I mean I know she's a diva, but I think she's I don't think she has that bravado. But it's just the intro. It's like 2 seconds. I literally cut it off with the with my editing software, just because I didn't like it. It's just the intro. It's like 2 seconds, and it's annoying. Next song is Cherry Pie. Jennifer Lopez does not write a lot of songs on the album, but this is one of them that she did. It's a song about, I would assume, her husband, Mark Anthony, or she talks about Tony, and it's a sexual song. It's kind of likening Cherry Pie to the female anatomy, and it's good. It's a little rockish, little rock pop. I wouldn't compare it to like Avril Lavigne or anything, but it's just a fun, funky song. Sounds like something from the 70s. Definitely a good song. Not my favorite on the album, but it's a good song. I'm glad she didn't kind of pursue that sound, because it's a little different. Again, she takes on this like cool persona. Kind of works for her in this song. You need to have that confidence, and it's a good song. I kind of feel it could have been a success single, but with this album only got 2 singles. I'm not quite sure why. Because Get Right was such a big hit, and then you do one more single with Fat Joe, and that's it. Like, it would have been really cool if they had more singles, because the album does have some good potential singles, like Whatever You Want to Do, and we'll get to the rest. The next song is I Got You, which is a song that sounds to me like This Is Me Then, but a little bit more pumped up. So it has that soulful influence from the 70s, really sweet melodies, really good production, romantic lyrics. Just about having someone and loving them and going through it all. But I feel like it could have been a single. I feel like it could have been a really like at least moderately successful single, some good remixes, whatever. Really good song. I think it's actually one of my favorites on the album, and it's a shame that it didn't get any more attention, because the album itself did not get a lot of promotion. I always thought it was weird when you have a celebrity who's bigger than the world, and then their album comes out, which is an extreme opportunity to get more fame, more money, and the record company just falls asleep on it. So you're kind of like wondering what's up with these record companies and their marketing departments. But either way, definitely one of the best songs on the album, and it ends side 1, which is weird. I think I would have liked it maybe as like number 3 instead of I would have taken Hold You Down away, like off the album, and just put like as a B-side or like a standalone single. But I Got You is definitely one of the best songs. It's very catchy, and it reminds me a lot of like songs like Still and Loving You, and just a lot of the album songs from This Is Me Then. Second side is Still Around, which is, again, it sounds a lot like it could have been on This Is Me Then, although the production is amped a little bit more oomph, I guess. And it's a really great song. It reminds me a lot of I Got You. It would have been nice if they put the singles back to back, like they would have released them both. to the public for, you know, like videos and just kind of change her image a little bit because, again, she was known for like club songs and these rap, R&B duet type songs. These two songs, I think, really could have made her more respected, I feel, in the music world and critics and such. They're just really sweet, beautiful songs, and still around. I love it. It's so sweet and innocent, and she really conveys that really well with her vocals. I think she's really understated and underappreciated for her vocals because, yes, maybe she can't hit every note. No, she's not Mariah Carey. But a lot of people are not Mariah Carey. A lot of people are not Whitney Houston, and we still like them. Jennifer Lopez really just gets the bad rap. And I don't know why. I'm extremely judgmental on songs and artists and such, and I love her, so I don't understand this whole idea of her being this like talentless hack, because she has written a lot of her songs. She's involved in the process of the albums. She picks good songs that she doesn't write, and I get it. She has some bad songs here and there, but certainly doesn't deserve the lack of respect that she's achieved over the past 20 years of her music career. She's been in the music industry for 20 years, and she started with like a hit album. So she's, I don't know, I don't know maybe just public persona. I mean, just being that famous. Next song is Ride or Die. This is a good song. It's very mellow, R&B, kind of in the background type, atmospheric. It's good. It's not the strongest on the album, but I like it. It's definitely one to check out. Just to, like I said, more atmospheric, more ambiotic type songs in the background. Ride or Die, I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of just about being the ride or die. It's a good song. The next song I feel is one of the best songs also, which got critically panned. I remember when it came out, a lot of fans did not like this song. It's called I, Love. And it's just beautiful how it has this beautiful R&B guitar and soulful arrangement. Really good chord progression. Simple but beautiful, lovely, kind of sexy sounds, lush and seductive. Definitely one of my favorite songs by her. And I really kind of feel like, maybe not a single, but I feel like it could have, gotten more attention or something. I don't know, it's a great song. I love it. Just a simple, lush, beautiful, like love ballad. But it's very much, again, it's very much like This Is Me Then, but a little bit more, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because I love the simplicity and the underproduction, I would say, of This Is Me Then. This Is Me Then kind of sounds like, some of them could be demos, but they work so well, I love that song, the song I Love. I love. It has a little bit more finesse and fine tuning to it, but it's still a successful song, one of my favorites. Next song is He'll Be Back. Now this has one of the best intros I've ever heard in my life. It's done with Timberland, and it has this like squiggly Middle Eastern type R&B whistle type intro. It's like, it's just one of the best intros of this all time. I love it. You need to just check it out for the intro alone. You could make the intro into a ringtone. Literally, it's so good. But the rest of the song is kind of lacking. It has an okay chorus. It's very laid back R&B. It's a little bit lazy in terms of just the melody. I think it could have been reworked a little bit, but it's definitely a good song and not one to skip or anything. It's just a little bit of a letdown considering how amazing the intro was. The intro is amazing, and I think everybody should check it out, and just have it as a ringtone or something. It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful intro. I think it's one of the best intros I've heard in a like top 10 easily intros of all time. It's just really cool. It's a really cool intro. But again, the song doesn't, and they do use the intro for the background music during the chorus, but that's the thing, the chorus melody is not as strong as the background music, and I hate when that happens. So yeah, check it out, but it's a really good, I would check it out for the intro alone. Next song is Can't Believe This Is Me. Now this is the English version. She did this again later on her Como Ama Una Mujer. Sorry for my bad Spanish. Como Ama Una Mujer. I think it's better in Spanish, but it's a good English song. Porque Te Machas, by the way, is the Spanish version, and you can get that on iTunes. It's a great song. it's just basically a dramatic pop ballad with a lot of dramatics. It's her attempt at like maybe it's not that pop. It's not Celine Dion pop, but it's definitely the most non-R&B, non-funky song on the album. I think it's a really good song. It's so dramatic, and she really steps to the plate with her vocals as well. Really impressed by the song, but I do prefer the Spanish version, which is on her Spanish album from 2007. Which is weird because she released two albums in 2007. My God, Spanish album, which was all new material, and then English album, all new material. So she really was going for it, but unfortunately, those were not big successes. I mean, they weren't flops, but well, Brave kind of was. The last song is Get Right featuring Fabulous. This is actually just again, they use the same song as Get Right. So they just use the same background music, same vocals, but then they add a rap. So it's not really a remix. It's just another version of it with a rap, which kind of is a letdown because there's an official remix with Fabulous that they even made a video for, and it's not on the record. So that's kind of weird. I don't think he adds anything to it. Fabulous is pretty much now forgotten from the rap world. He's not bad, he's not good, he's just there. He's not as horrible as Kanye West. I'm surprised Jennifer Lopez never worked with Kanye West, because it kind of feels like they would have, but maybe he just didn't want to, or she didn't want to. Either way, I'm glad it never happened. I'm just curious, because Jennifer Lopez has a reputation for working with rent-a-rappers, you know, Iggy Azalea, Pitbull, who else? Just any rapper, basically, who's successful in their era, she's worked with. French Montana. But then she's also worked with really good people like Nas, and she's worked with, you know, Fat Joe, and who else has she worked with? I didn't like, yeah, but like the people who are on Jenny from the Block, like who are they, you know? Or she worked with Ludacris. They have a song, Do It Well. That one's okay. I don't know. I like Ludacris, but not that much. Either way, she has so many songs with rappers, and I do prefer like songs like I'm Into You with Lil Wayne. Please, I need the version without the rap, or Pitbull On the Floor. I need those without the rap. So she doesn't really do too many collaborations on this record, which I think makes it a better, more fresh record, and definitely one of her most successful. Definitely check it out. I would definitely place it in my top 5 of J-Lo's albums. I'm not quite sure where, because there's so many songs I do like, and there's some songs I don't like. It's not as strong as This Is Me Then, but by the way, please check out This Is Me Then. If you have no respect for Jennifer Lopez and you just don't like her, check the album out, and you'll be like, okay, there's some really good well-crafted songs on the record. And this one too. I think they go together pretty well. This takes it a step further. You know, just most artists kind of just like to up the ante, and it does that. So I'm excited about her finally being on the Super Bowl halftime show. It's about time. We haven't had a Latina doing the Super Bowl since Gloria Estefan, so it's been a long time, and I'm really happy that torch can be passed on, because Latinos definitely are taking over the world in music and art and business, and we have Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, both extreme talents, beautiful women, beautiful talent, and they're going to be dominating the media as they should. So let me know if you want me to do a Shakira album review. I've never seen a Shakira vinyl. Not that I look, but sometimes you just notice stuff. I've never seen one. It's kind of hard. I've noticed that Latin albums are harder to get on vinyl than English. And then English ones, like this one, I got on eBay a long time ago, but I've never seen this in a store. I've never seen this in a record shop. So it's definitely rare. Check it out on vinyl if you can. It sounds great. But also it's on stream, it's on YouTube. You can buy the CD, whatever. Definitely not one to pass up. And I feel like this is kind of a forgotten Jennifer Lopez album. And that's unfortunate because it's pretty good. Let me know in the comments what you think about the album and what you think about Jennifer Lopez and the Super Bowl halftime show. What your favorite songs on the album are and your least favorite. Let me know how wrong I am about the whole Rent-a-Rappers thing or Pitbull songs, because like I said, I really don't like the songs with Pitbull. I like the songs, but I don't like him. I think he really ruins every song he's on. So I need the Pitbull-less Pitbull-less edits of the songs for everyone that is released. Anyways, thank you for watching, and like if you like the video, and subscribe if you would like to subscribe. And again, Leave a comment on what you thought of the video and what you think about the album.